time to stream. I told you I'm heavy on this. And basically today I'll be doing a bunch of shit. Maybe we'll even watch YouTube, like I told you, or those fucking videos. But first I think I will teach you and myself how to fucking make that table of degrees with values, because you don't always have it and you can't always memorize it. So I'm talking about like that table, like with values like this. So how can you do it and stuff? And yeah, I'm gonna be searching right now on my phone. I think I knew a method, but basically that method I have to understand again exactly how it's made, because I don't really remember it. So I'm gonna search for it right now. How to, let me see, does that thing have a name? Fucking table. How to do the table of trigonometry values by yourself, so you don't have to memorize. Well, that's self-explanatory. You can create so basically get some sources here. Basically searching right now, nothing special. Yeah, so there's some tricks here to remember the values. I don't know, should I go with the YouTube one or ChatGPT? Perhaps YouTube. So let's see what table we have here. And there it solved some problems. Well, it has some values, but not that many values and stuff. I don't know if I'll need like a full table for values and stuff. So let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. Okay. So start with this. I'm gonna start with that. And you got the table. Like, there's a table, right? But do I need more values when you want this here? It goes up to 90 degrees, which maybe is enough. It has sin cos tan. But what if I want CTG? What if I want more degrees? I don't know if I should actually have like more degrees and stuff. Maybe it's enough. Yeah, so perhaps let's go like this. Start with a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Isosceles right triangle. Take right triangle with legs 1. Okay, so sine 45 degrees is 1 divided by square root of 2. It's pretty complicated, I don't know. Let me see. Maybe the YouTube video is better for this. See what he's saying. Okay, so start off, make a table, right? Starts off with sine, then cos, and then tangent. So I'm gonna start by like this. So essentially here's sine, here's cos, and here is tangent. Now it's expanding basically the table right now in the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. I'm gonna also make this lines. Now you start with angles. So yeah, it starts with angles. You still have to remember that it's like sine, cos, tan, and then 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90, which is not that hard to remember, honestly. Okay, so you've got that. So first one is 0, then it's 1 divided by 2, then it's square root of 2 divided by 2, then it's square root of 3 divided by 2. So you can see that there is a pattern. And essentially the square root of 4 divided by 2, that's just 1. So I could like say 1 here, like in a circle. Okay, so do the sin, cos, tan, 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, and then it goes 0, 1 divided by 2, square root divided by 2. Still have to remember some stuff though, like it's not that easy. Okay, now in terms of the cos values, starts off with 1, then it's square root of 3 divided by 2, then it's square root of 2 divided by 2, then it's 1 divided by 2, so 0. So essentially, the cos is like the same thing, but you know, from the other side, so flipped. So it's just flipped, like this. Pop, 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 and popped. You can see it's actually flipped, right? And now for the tangent, is sine divided by cosine. So 0 divided by 1 is 0. And now 1 divided by 2 divided by square root of 3 divided by 2. But 2 will cancel out, and so it's just square root of 3. And actually it's 1 divided by, it's square root of 3, right? Square root of 3 divided by 3. So why square root of 3 divided by 3? Well, because you just need to flip it, like when you divide, and then you'll have square root of 3, 1 divided by square root of 3, and you just multiply each by square root of 3 and you get this. Yeah, that makes sense pretty much. And now for the next one is just 1 when they're divided. Now for the next one, when they're divided, is just like pretty much square root of 3. And now here is just 0, right? 1 divided by 0. Actually, it's undefined because, 1 cannot be divided by 0. Yeah. So yeah, we got some values. So there's some reference triangle which we can use, but I'd rather not. I mean, I don't really need it. So this is how we basically do it. Now I'm just gonna be trying to do some exercise problems, whatever I need to do right now. So I got some problems here. Let's see which ones I can do. Okay, so like first one should be pretty simple. You should just take like a derivative of something. So I'm gonna see it now. There's a function, and you just have to find x by making it like a derivative. So derivative is, integral. Integral of 3 to the power of x minus 4 square root of x plus ln of x plus c. Oh, actually, if it's plus c, it's already integrated, right? So I should understand from which primitive it got it, and I don't know exactly how to do it. Hold up, let me understand. Let's see. I got all these pictures, put them here. Okay, so pop. Let's go. Waiting a bit until it's done. So yeah, I'm just waiting right now. Nothing else I can do. Waiting a bit, like, it's not that big of a deal. Still in progress. So essentially, if you ignore the integral, let's see what happens. 3 minus so ChatGPT solved it pretty quickly, but I don't really understand it that well. So I have to try to understand it better. Basically, let's get a detailed explanation for first exercise. This one, because I just have a result. Okay, give explanation for first exercise. Or detailed solution. it's now solving once again like this detailed solving solution. Okay, and now checking it out once again. And I'm gonna search it somewhere else now. Let's see if I get something else like of a result. Fx is equal with that, equal with 3 to the power of x at the power of x minus 4 times square root of x. Let's see if I get something like this. No. So yeah, just taking a look at ChatGPT now. No. Look at it. A function that ChatGPT has analyzed is slightly different to what I actually have. It took the 3 at the power of x as 3x. This needs to be changed to fix this. Okay. So let's change this. 3 to the power of x minus 4 square root of x plus ln of x. So solve again, but in the initial f of x, use 3 at the power of x, not 3x. It proposes me to get Figma for this answer, which I don't need. Okay, now we got the function correctly. It has a plus c, and let's see what is the result. And yeah, I got some result. I got some interval. So it's saying that if there's like square root of x and ln of x, x has to be higher than 0. So I can write that down. And now I have to do the derivative of this, basically. So the derivative of 3 at the power of x is just 3 at the power of x times ln of 3. So yeah, that's the first thing. Let me check it out. In the formula sheet here, it's not displaying what is actually the derivative of 3 at the power of x. So I'll have to remember this somehow. I don't know exactly how. Okay. So that's in the bag. How are you supposed to remember that 3 at the power of x has the derivative of 3 at the power of x ln 3? I don't know. There's another one that is actually easier. So minus 4 square root of x. What is the derivative of this? Well, minus 4 is just write it down. The square root of x, like if I take a look at my table of derivatives, the derivative of square root of something is 1 divided by 2, and then square root of that. So this means that I put 1 divided by 2, and once again I put an x, and here in the formula it is written that the x is like below and in square root, so x at the power of minus 1 divided by 2, and then equal once again, and I've got minus 2x, and here minus 1 at the power of minus 1 divided by 2, and this equals with minus 2 divided by square root of x, and yeah, pretty much this does make sense, but why did not the minus disappear? It just stayed there. Well, yeah, I guess this is how we do that. I don't know how I can remember these derivative formulas. Why would you know them? Now, ln of x is just 1 divided by x, right? See some derivatives here. Ln of x is 1 divided by x. Something at the power of x. Is there a formula for this, like a number at the power of x? Looks like no. So I see some derivative formulas. I don't know why we put them there. And for the square root of x, I don't actually see the formula. But anyways, like this. Now, like I said, the derivative of ln of x is just 1 divided by x. And so, combining all of this, I would get that it's 3 at the power of x ln 3 minus 2 divided by square root of x plus 1 divided by x. Yeah, basically I just combined everything, nothing special. And yeah, just write down that f small f of x is this. This is how you solve the first one. It's actually pretty easy. Now for the second one, I'll see. You just have to remember like these formulas, and not exactly sure how are you supposed to do that. So going back to where I was, there is a cube, so I'm gonna draw like a cube to the best of my ability. Well, I guess it doesn't match that well, so I'm gonna try again. Gonna try it nicer this time. So the base, right? So it goes up like this, like this, like this, like this, okay, and like this. Now you just note it: A, B, C, D, A, 1, B1, C1, D1, and basically a cube. AB is 6, and I want to find the area of the diagonal section of the cube, which like should be this one, like the area of this triangle. Let's see what formulas do I have for this, like assigned here. There's some kind of formula for a triangle, and yeah, let's try to do this. So basically it's 6, right? And here I think I'm just supposed to use some simple Pythagorean theorems. So basically this is 6 also because it's a cube, and yeah, like this is also 6 because it's a cube. And now I need to find dB, which is pretty simple because BAD is a 90-degree angle in A, so I can just apply the Pythagorean theorem. So I'll have that dB at the second power is equal with AD at the second power plus AB at the second power. So dB at the second power is equal with 6 at the second power is 46 plus essentially 46 again. So dB at the second power is 72, and now dB is obviously square root of 72, but I can just factorize that or whatever because it's like required. So divided by 2 for 6, but divided by 2 again 18, and by 2 again okay 9, and by 3 3, and 3 again, and you get 1. So essentially I can write it down as 3 square root of 8, right? Because it's gonna be so basically 3 square root of 8. Maybe it's not like the best annotation, but this is what I have. 3 square root of 8 centimeters. And now I also know the height, and I want to know D1B, right? And I can also do that because BDB1 is also a 90-degree triangle, so BDB1 is 90 degrees, so B1B at the second power is B1D at the second power plus DB at the second power, and so B1B at the second power is equal with B1D at the second power, which is 36, plus that essentially is 72 at the second power. So B1B, if I add that up, I'll have 108. So square root of 108, basically 108 divided by 2 like this, you'll get 54, and then 2 again, you will get 27, then 3, you get 9, and then once again 3, you get 3, 3. So once again, hold up, here it's not 3 square root of 8, here it's 2 square root of 27, right? 2 square root of 27 as 27 times 4, how much was going to be? Essentially 108, so this is 2 square root of 27 centimeters. And now we just need to find the area of that 90-degree triangle. So in order to find the area of a triangle BDB1, I think I just need to make like multiply everything, right? So let's see if that's correct. So area of triangle BDB1, which I'm trying to find for my response, will be firstly 2 square root of 27 times basically dB, which is 3 square root of 8, and times 6. And how much that's gonna be? Well, when multiplying like this, I think I can multiply everything, I'm not that sure. So I have like 36, and then under the square root, 27 times 8, so that's 56. 2 times 8, 16, plus 5, 21. So perhaps this should be like the final like response. And let me see with ChatGPT, going there, so I have to scroll there. Well, looks like there's a actually simple formula for this, and it's actually not what I have. Well, it's much easier than this. How can you remember this? How are you supposed to do this? Essentially, it's not this. Area is like the length times square root of 2, so it's just 36 square root of 2. Like, it's literally the easiest exercise in the world. you know that formula. So that, all of that for nothing. Well, okay, let's try third one now. Third exercise. Find the derivative of a function for it to go through and coordinates. Not really sure how to do it. Maybe the derivative I'll be able to find somehow. So derivative of 8e 4x plus 4. How am I supposed to find it? Well, also plus 3. Well, here you see that it's 4x plus 4. So you need to basically use t in order to solve this, and I'm gonna try to do it from what I remember. So yeah, I got like my formula here. So t will be 4x plus 4. Now I need to find dt, which is like the derivative of this. So the derivative will be just 4 dx, and now dx will be 1 divided by 4 dt, and now equal integration. I can put the 8 up front, but 3 just disappears. It's gonna be e at the power of t. So 8 up front, and there, here's that formula. It's easy to integrate, so it's 8 times e to the power of t, and basically plus c. And now instead of t, you just put the initial expression, which is 4x plus 4. So 8 times e at the power of 4x plus 4 plus c. So I have this, and I want to know the values of x for this function to go through this coordinates. And I'm not really sure how to do this. I don't really remember it. So I'll go to ChatGPT for help. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Should be pretty self-explanatory. So ChatGPT got the expression right. So it integrated it, but it integrated it pretty much differently. I don't know exactly why. It put like up front 8 times 1 divided by 4, and it didn't use t substitution. And yeah, like, I don't really understand how it did it. So I need a detailed explanation for this. Once again, I thought it's t substitution and so on, but actually it's not. So I'm gonna ask for it. I'm asking it to solve exercise 3 detail. thinking right now for a solution. So you got it. It's first split the integral into two. It used the method of substitution. Oh, I forgot about the dx there to put, right? So you have to put like the dx and stuff. Yeah. So now if I'll try this now, basically use the method of substitution. So you see where's the 1 divided by 4, so you put it up front, and there is just e at that power, but it tells me that I found an integral of a number that's basically nothing, but looks like it's actually something from the tables here. So let me see. An integral. Well, I thought it differently maybe. So the integral of the number 3. How am I supposed to do it? Well, perhaps you just add an x. So it's just gonna be plus 3x. And this is what you have. So this is like a divided by 4, so it's just 2 times e to the power 4x plus 4, and then plus 3x plus c. I think this is what it is. Actually, hold up. It's not 2, is it? Basically, I have an 8 up front. You also have to multiply it with 1 divided by 4, right? But it's 8, right? How is it actually? First integral, this is what you have. Use the substitution, and you get this, right? Correct. And now for the second one is just 3x. Okay, so this is what you have. And now you have to find c for the values of coordinates from -1 to 0. This is what you actually have to find. So you have to say that 0 is equal with f of -1. So this is how you do it. You say that 0 is equal with big F of -1, and so instead of x, you just put -1 and solve the c. Now I'm gonna solve it to e 4 times minus 1 plus 4, and I can just say straight away that it's minus 3 there, plus c, all of this is equal to 0. So there it's like minus 4 plus 4, so the power of 0. E to the power of 0 is 1, so we have 2. So minus 3, that's just minus 1 plus c equals 0, so c essentially equals 1. And the final solution, you just, instead of c, you just put 1. This is how you do it correctly, essentially. Now, moving on to the next exercise, there is a function f of x, I'm gonna write it down. F of x is equal with x at the second power minus 4x plus 1. And I have to compare it with a definite integral that has that very integral beneath it, and f in 0, something like this. I'm not really sure how to do it, but perhaps I'll try it with the formulas that I have here assigned. So essentially, first I will do f of 0. So if I put f of 0 is just 0 to the power of 2 minus 4 times 0 is just 0 plus 1. So essentially it's 1. Now, this definite integral is from 0 till 3, and is there 2 times x minus 4 divided by x at the second power minus 4x plus 1. So basically I have to solve this and compare it with f0, which is 1. And let me see what I have here. Perhaps I'll have to put dx, right? Yeah. So you put like dx and stuff. Okay. Now you have basically this integral, and you can see that the expression below has a higher power, so this means that I have to put t through it. Yeah, this is what I believe I should do. So t will be that whole expression, and now derivating with t, what will I have? Essentially 2x, and there's minus 4x, so just minus 4, and dx. Now dx will be all of this divided by 1, right? So it's going to be 1 divided by 2x minus 4 dt. And so you can see now that it will be pretty self-explanatory to simplify and stuff. So this is what I'm gonna do. Essentially you have this integral from 0 till 3, right? And 2x minus 4, and we just said that the whole expression below it is t, so divided by t. Now instead of dx I write what I have there. So times 1 divided by 2x minus 4 dt. And yeah, I can simplify this whole expressions, and so I'll get that just 1 divided by t. And that's essentially just ln of t, and I have to input these values now. Ln of 3, perhaps that's 1, and ln of 0, I think that's ln of 3 might be actually 0. I'm not sure, like, how am I supposed to know what values does ln hold? Well, ln of 0, I think it's 1, but ln of 3 might be 0, so it could be minus 1, I'm not sure. And if I say that it's minus 1, then f of 0 is like higher. Yeah, that's what it is. So let's check with ChatGPT. I mean, 4, exercise 4. I have this, right? And I have to compare it with that. So it is essentially that the definite integral is actually higher. So I think I did something wrong here, but it's not completely wrong. So there were some steps that I had successfully taken correctly. So yeah, like, I have that, yeah. So f of 0 is 1. F of 3 is 9 minus 12 plus 1. It's minus 2. So f of 3 in module is 2. So it's ln of 2 minus ln of 1, which is ln of 2. It has some strange way, ChatGPT. I did it completely differently. I need a expanded explanation for this once again. So I'm gonna ask it nicely to explain this in detail once again. So about this, solve exercise 4 in detail. I'm gonna wait a bit until it's done. It's simple. Drink a bit of water. No problem. So you have that. You have a integral, and it's saying that the derivative of fx is 2x minus 4. Okay. Yeah. And an integral is the derivative of something divided by fx. I guess that makes sense. and by applying this you get like ln of 3 minus ln of 0 is essentially what I have, and it's correct. Now you have to solve this for equal to 0, and then you just like, it's too complicated. I'm gonna try Gemini explanation. This one's bullshit. I use like my usual method and it's kind of good. I have to check it out. Let's go to Gemini. Sometimes Gemini explains better and easier. I'm gonna be back later after like 5 minutes, I guess. So yeah, put it like Gemini, and the result is essentially, let me see if we got it correctly. So where's this function, right? And I think it did not get it correctly. Um, so yeah, it did not get like the condition correctly. So on exercise 2, okay, compare fx with the other perhaps I should give it like cropped. I'm gonna try that. Crop it even more. Boom. Let's see it. Basically I gave the whole paper now. Let's try it with only that cropped. Maybe it's gonna be better this time. So we got it. We have to compare definite integral with f and 0, and the result would be that the definite integral would be bigger. So firstly, the derivative of t, you got that. Now you solve essentially the definite integral, and you would get this ln minus 2. Maybe I can ask it to solve with another method. Solve with use substitution. Definite integral. The basically I said solve with use substitution, and it's saying provide the definite integral. It was like the previous one. What do you mean? The previous one, or the one from the previous exercise. Okay, so basically it's u o and basically the result should be ln of 2, and also you need to take the limits into account on this one, on this definite integral. Forgot about that. Well, the lower limit lower will be 2 times 0, minus 4, which is just minus 4, and the upper one will be 12 minus 4, which is 8. So here I have minus 4, here I have 8, and now I just have to essentially do it. So I did it. Now I have to plug in minus 4 and 8, right? And that's it. Hold up. Why it's saying that the inferior limit is actually that? Oh, I think I solved for the wrong one, so I had to do it with a t, but I did it with dt. Okay, once again, if I put 0 in the t, will be 0 of second power 0 minus 0, so lower one is just 1, and the upper one will essentially be 3 at the second power, which is 9, minus 12, 9 minus 12, that's minus 3, plus 1, that's minus 2. So yeah, that's right now. So here's 1, here's minus 2, and here's basically the same thing. And I would get that it is ln of minus 2 minus ln of 1, but you have to understand that it's actually the module here. So ln of 2 minus 0, because ln of 1 is 0, and ln of 2 just stays like that. So it's essentially ln of 2. Yeah, and now you just have to compare it. 1 is ln of 2, and that is higher than minus 4. So essentially the f of 0 is minus 4, or what? How much is f of 0? The value of a derivative. So the derivative of t is 2x minus 4 equals 0. So 2x is equal with 4, and x is equal with 2. How did it get the minus 4 value? Oh, so essentially it's like the derivative of this f, like the derivative of that's 0. So I have a derivative which is 2x minus 4, and when I plug in 0, it's just minus 4, and that's smaller than ln of 2. Okay, I get it now. So let's move on to exercise 5. So here's my next exercise. It's this one. There is a function, okay? So there's fx and gx, and I have to draw the figure made by these graphs. and then calculate the area of it. Well, yeah, maybe part of it I'll be able to do. Not sure if the entire exercise. So you have this x minus 5, and essentially gx is 2x plus 1. So I think I just have to do fx is equal with gx. Now doing this, x is second power plus x minus 5 is equal with 2x plus 1. So I'll just take like this to the right, to the left. Minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have x of the second power. There is plus x minus 2x, which is minus x. And minus 6 is equal to 0. So here I can just apply that thing. A is 1, so B is minus 1, C is minus 6. So applying formula. I know this formula like my 5 fingers. B at the second power, which is 1, minus 4a, so 4, times c, so 4 minus 6 times minus 6, that's minus 24. So yeah, plus 24, so it's 25. Drink a bit of water now. Now just solve x1 and x2 for this, essentially. So x1 will be equal with minus b, which is essentially 1, minus square root of delta, which is minus 5, divided by 2. So that's minus 4 divided by 2, which is minus 2. And then here x divided by 2, which is 1 plus 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And basically I have these two values, minus 2 and 3. Now I think I just have to write it like this, like x minus 2 is 0 and x plus 3 is 0. So it's like a system, and this means that x is 2 and another one is x is equal to minus 3. So yeah, I've got this, and I just like do the system of coordinates and write it down. It's like my system. So this is like 0 here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And there's one x on 2 and one x on 3, minus 3. So this is like the minuses. So 1 and minus 3, so the graph should be like this, I guess. But it's just a line, so yeah, I'm not sure how to proceed here. I see like what Gemini has to say about this for ChatGPT. Basically going to ChatGPT and let's see where I was. I have to go like at the top there. Exercise 5. Yes, so I got this. F of x is that and g of x is that. And I have to essentially equal them. And I get this. Actually, the signs are actually different. So x is minus 2 and x is 3 and the other one is minus 2, which I guess makes sense because you need to flip the signs. So yes, x is minus 2 and this one is 3, and on minus 2 to 3, which means that the linear function is above, so the area will be from integral from minus 2 to 3 gx minus fx dx. So it's a kind of formula here. I don't know if it's written there. Should be like, you should like need to remember it and stuff. Okay then, let's see how it is. Drink a bit of water. So back there to what I was doing. Let's see if I have those formulas. Looks like I don't. Okay then, if I do not, then I think I should proceed like this. So essentially I have that. Area will be equal with integral from minus 2 till 3, and it's gx minus fx because gx is the larger one, essentially, as it is gx if, for example, I plug in 0 in gx, yeah, it's gonna be 1. If I plug in 0 in fx, it's gonna be minus 5, so that's why it starts gx minus fx. And yeah, like you put dx here. So now I can just try to solve this. Integral minus 2 and here 3. And now I just write it down. Gx is just 2x plus 1 and minus the fx, parentheses once again, and it's x divided by 2 plus x minus 5, and close both parentheses and dx. And after this, I'm gonna write this integral once again, minus 2, 3, 2x plus 1 minus x divided by 2 plus, actually the sign changes once again, minus x, and then plus 5, and dx. So now from here, well, I think I can do some like calculations. So like integral from minus 2 till 3 of essentially x minus x to the second power plus 6 dx. And from here it is like that formula, right? So no need for u substitution, no need for integration by parts here. So you'll just have that it's minus x at the power of 3 divided by 3 plus x at the power of 2 divided by 2, and the number that you know is just plus 6x, right? So this is what I think it is. Checking out this stuff here. Yeah, that's what it should be, like plus 6x. And now we just do like from minus 2 till 3. So then after this you have that it's minus 27 divided by 3, which is minus 9. There it's plus 9 divided by 2. There it's plus 18. And all of this minus there, once again a minus. So minus again there, minus 8 is gonna be, right? And divided by 3 plus this power of 2, that's 4, and divided by 2 is just 2, and there it's minus 12. Now moving once again here, equal, I'll have that it's 9 plus 9 divided by 2. There it's minus 8 divided by 3 minus 2 plus 12, because the signs change, and 9 minus 2 is 7 plus 12 is 19. So I'll have 19 on 1 plus 9 divided by 2 minus 8 divided by 3. So that is essentially solvable if I put a 6 here. So this will be by 6, this will be by 3, and this will be by 2. And 19 times 6, that's 4 here, here 5. So 114, and plus 27 minus 16, all of this on 6, of course. I'll do 27 minus 16 first. That's gonna be 11, and so it's 125 divided by 6. This is what I have, 125 divided by 6. That is incredibly the correct result. Yeah, get amazed when I get something right. I will check something, perhaps I'll continue the stream. I'll notify you. For now, yeah, I'll do some more, perhaps like half an hour more, or something like this. So moving on to the next exercise, which is like exercise 6. Find the function's appropriate values. I don't know exactly what that means. I kind of hear that for first time, but I'll try something. So essentially I got like this function x cos 6 times x, and I think that I should like integrate it. So x cos 6 x. Okay, so basically trying to integrate this x cos 6x. Well, firstly, you see that there's a x times something, so here I think I must apply integration by parts, which is actually genius. So first what will I take? Well, I think in this kind of situations, the u is like the harder part, so cos 6x, and the dv is what's left, so x, and essentially now du, well, that's just the derivative of cos 6x. And what is that? Well, it's essentially minus sine 6x. Minus sine 6x, and I don't know, should I include like the dx here? I don't really remember it. Does dv actually have a dx somewhere there? Gonna have to like refresh my memory there. But I know that the v is the integral of that dv, which is actually pretty simple. It's just gonna be x divided by x to the power 2 divided by 2. And here, yeah, I should add like a dx. So formula goes like, first you go with the u, so cos 6x, should I remember like from previous ones, when I did the derivative of something, I put like the dx, so here should be like dx, and here's dx, yeah. So cos 6x now times with v, so x at the power of 2 divided by 2 minus integral of v once again, x to the power 2 divided by 2 times du, which is minus sine 6x dx. Well, yeah, is that, but the dx is like for everything. So now we just have to solve this. The one with the cos and stuff, I think it just stays like this, doesn't it? Cos 6x 6 power to and the power of 2 divided by 2, and essentially minus, hold up, let me write something, it's not gonna take long. Okay, so moving on here. Now, essentially we have once again integral of x to the power of 2 divided by 2 times that. So I need to integrate by parts once again, I think. Use substitution will now work here. So now, second integral I integrated by parts once again. So once again, we take the u as the larger expression. So u will be minus sine 6x, and dv, when you see a d, you just put dx there. X divided the power of 2 divided by 2 dx, and now du is the derivative of minus sine, so that just cos minus, because there's a minus, cos 6x, and v is the integral of x at the power of 2 divided by 2. And what exactly will be that integral? Well, firstly, the divided by 2, you can write as 1 divided by 2 up front, right? And that you just write as x to the power 3 divided by 3, and that's what it is. Now, applying integration by parts once again, starts with u, so minus, once again, so minus sine 6x, and now times b, which is, I think I should put like more parentheses here, so minus, no, b is just without minus, so 1 divided by 2 times x divided by 3, x to the power 3 divided by 3, and now minus integral of v once again, which is 1 divided by 2 times x to the power 3 divided by 3, and times du, which is, forgot to put dx here, minus cos 6x dx. But hold up, we're gonna get like the same shit. Hold up, du is minus cos 6x dx. If I want to integrate that as same shit, so perhaps something is wrong here. Maybe I need to use something else, or there's some kind of other way and stuff. So I think I need to check it. I need to check these things. Let me go and check how ChatGPT answered this. So let's see. Let's see how exactly this problem is done. I do not have it done. So it's now in the process of being solved by ChatGPT. I'm gonna pause for like every time I do this. So yeah, pop this and should be pretty fast. So yeah, I should like do this integration using integration by parts. And yeah, like I think I did a mistake here. I should have went for u as x. So yeah, I think that makes a difference. So let's go now with u as x and stuff. I'll try it now. U is x, so du will be the derivative of this. So it's just dx, right? And dv actually is cos 6x dx. So v will be cos 6x integrated, and the integral of cos is sine x, so it's sine 6x from what I know. So yeah, I got that. Now I just do basically the integration by parts. So I'll have that it's equal with starts with u, which is essentially x. Okay, now times the v, which is sine 6x, and now minus integral of v, which is sine 6x, times du, which is dx. Okay, so now I can solve it, right? That one will stay like it is, and minus integral of sine, that's minus cos. So I have to change the sign, plus cos 6x plus c, and I don't know if it's still the end. Perhaps this is like the end. I don't really know. Maybe it just stays like this. Let me see. Perhaps it's not that easy according to ChatGPT. So actually, when I integrate it, it's not that easy. Yeah, it looks like it's not that easy. So essentially, the v is, I think it's correct, yeah, but the v has also this 1 divided by 6 up front, because I guess you can't just put like sine 6x, I don't know why. So it's like this, Now if I do formula again, x times v, so the v will be this. Now minus integral of v, so firstly I can put this v up front, I mean this 1 divided by 6 up front, and I got that, and just du, so we got that, and yeah, like stays like this, and there it's plus 1 divided by 6, multiply that, when I will be essentially integrated sine 6x, I should be getting once again 1 divided by 6, actually yeah, 1 divided by 6 cos x, because it was minus of minus, cos 6x, so plus with that, I would be getting, so those times 1 divided by 36 here, perhaps like this, let me check. So if I take a look in the end, looks like that actually it's like this, but at the beginning it's x divided by 6, not 1 divided by, oh yeah, so x divided by 6. So yeah, I got it correctly, top G, applied formula and shit, so I got this. Now the next problem is a geometry problem, and let's see how it goes. It's a pyramid problem, so I'm gonna draw this pyramid like this, okay? Pyramid, just triangles everywhere. And A, B, C, and V here. And AB is equal with BC, and they're both 5. And AC is 6. The distance from V till BC is 5.2. So I can do like this and say that it's 5.2, this one, and find VA if it is known that it is perpendicular with the triangle, basically ABC. VA is perpendicular with triangle ABC. So yeah, like I need to find VA. Well, here I got some formulas, and what I would do first, perhaps write down some formulas that could be applied here. So essentially the volume of a pyramid is equal with 1 divided by 3 times area of base times the height, and the area of base I can calculate, right? Because the area of a base in a triangle is just going to be 6 times 25 in this case, and 25 times 6, that's just 30 here, okay, and here's 12 plus 5, so 150 centimeters squared, because like we're working with centimeters. And now I need the height. I do not know the height. Could put like O here. This is like the height. And yeah, I don't know the height. Now there are some other formulas here, like that the perimeter, semi-perimeter is all of them divided by 2, and the area of base triangle is like equal to a formula. So that formula might be pretty useful to me, so I'm gonna use it now. So essentially, first I find the semi-perimeter of a base using like a formula. So the semi-perimeter will be 16 divided by 2, so it's 8. Now there's another formula for the area, which will be like a big square like this. 8 and 8 minus 6, then 8 minus 5, and 8 minus 5 once again. That's what it would be. Now once again, area of a triangle, and there I have like 8 minus 6 is 2, so that's 16 times 8 minus 5, that's 3, 16 times 3, and times over there 3 again. Well, that's basically going to be 16 times 9, and it's square root, right? So it's going to be 4 times 3, so it should be like 12 centimeters squared. That's what I think it should be. And yeah, like you got 12 centimeters squared. So now what you can do, essentially, now you can use another formula, which says like this, like this area, which is 12, is equal with 1 divided by 2 times one of I guess lines or whatever. I think it's the VK here, so might be 5.2 here, and times height of, I don't know, like of a base. So we could try to find that. So I have that as 12 equal with 5.2 divided by 2. Now, if I want to write down 5.2 as a fraction, what should I do? Well, I think it's 52 divided by 10, right? Ain't it? 52 divided by 10. So it's gonna be 52 divided by 20 there, and HA. So HA from here will be like 12 divided by 52 divided by 20, so like 12 on 1 times 20, 52 like this. So HA will be 100, 240 divided by 52. That's what it should be. And so you got that, right? HA. Now, what exactly is HA? Well, HA should be like this, perhaps. And, well, VA is perpendicular with ABC, so it should form a 90-degree angle with A. So perhaps now I can apply the Pythagorean theorem. I'm not really sure if that's right. Maybe that's about right. So could like make a circle or what? There's a formula here with a circle. I don't know if I need it. Maybe I need it. So basically I got this triangle. Okay, so this triangle A K A V. The K is not that well visible. So it's 90 degrees. And I want to find VA. So VK should be like the main part. So VK to the second power is equal with VA at second power plus like a K at the second power. So VK at the second power is equal with, hold up, VK at the second power, no bet. It's 52 divided by 10 at the second power. Oh man, it's complicated stuff. Maybe it's not this. If I like write a circle like this on the base, does that help me with anything? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. So if I make it like an inner circle, I don't really know. Should check like ChatGPT for this one. Let me see what is. So there's a pyramid, yeah. Looks like all of the details that ChatGPT got, they're correct. Okay. So VA is the height. So first we find the distance from A to BC. We find the semi-perimeter. I found the area. If that's all correct for now. So the H is 5.2. AH is 4.8. From where they get 4.8? I think I need like a detailed explanation from ChatGPT for this problem exactly to understand it better. So yeah, like how did he get 4.8? Okay, solve exercise 7 in detail. I click that. Now it's solving. Taking longer for a better answer, okay. No issue. Well, pretty much. Yeah, area. And how do you get AH? Basically, it's 2 times the area divided by BC. But how I would have remembered that formula, like, come on. Distance from A to BC, which is AH, it's this. Okay. So you get this. And then you just do like the calculation. I will ask it to use like a formula that I have here. Let's see how it goes. Like I have some formulas here. Maybe there's a different approach of a solution. Perhaps that's possible. Can I give it like those formulas? I don't know if it needs it. So like there are 3 main formulas for this one. Put it there. Alrighty. So our formulas. Pop. And now some other formula. Alrighty. So hold up. ChatGPT got the result as something else. So basically got the result as something in the first place, and then when I asked it to explain in detail, it got a different result. It's pretty strange. So now I'll be having to make it explain this. Now I'm gonna be giving those formula photos. Solve previous problem applying these formulas. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So yeah, we got this. We got that. Checking this one out. And I got semi-perimeter. Area is 12. Okay. Now using those formulas, you can find that. So I can deduce that formula. So essentially I have gotten that formula right. Triangle is equal with 1 divided by 2 BC HA. So HA is equal with 2 triangle divided by BC. So it is 4.8, essentially 24 divided by 5. So it is 4.8 centimeters here. Yeah, it's about right. Now we got the first step, which is to do the relations. So we didn't really need those other formulas. So the relations, VH at the second power is equal with VA at the second power plus AH at the second power. So H should be like instead of K, and VH, yeah, so you can solve this now. So VH at the second power, that's 5.2 times 5.2. I can calculate now. 5.2 times 5.2, that is first 4, then 10 here, then it's 10 again, and then it's 26 here. So 4072, so it's 2704. And as it is 2704, can I solve it? So 2704 is equal with VA to the second power plus that AK we just found, which was like 4.8, right? at the second power, so do that. 4.8 times 4.8, so a 4 here, 6, 8 times 4 is 42, so the 6 is 48 here, then it's 4 times 8 was 42, so put 2 here, here put 3, so 4 times 4 was 16, plus a 3 was 19, so you put that here, and I have 4 here, here I have 0, here I have 13, here I have 2, so 2304, get that there, so plus 2304, so VA, the second power is pretty easy, just 4, so VA is 2 centimeters, and yeah, I got it, it's correct. Now, it's like the last problem now that I'm gonna do. Eighth one. So let's try it. Find the real values of A so that it, is bigger than 0, and you get like an expression. Basically find A from a definite integral expression, something like this. So integral from 1 till 2, and here 2a divided by x at the second power plus a at the second power times x, and here dx, all of this must be bigger than 8, and there a is bigger than 0. Basically find a. So here perhaps I would start by trying to solve this, and obviously I can make it equal to 0 or something. So like if I were to try to solve this, a to the second power, so let me check it out on ChatGPT. Oh, got it. So yeah, got this. If I just take the first part, I would get 2a up front. So like I'm splitting it, integral from 1 till 2, and I have this 2a divided by x at the second power, and so dx, I have like 2a up front, right, and the 1 divided by x at the second power. How can I integrate that? Well, essentially, take a look at the table here. If you have 1 divided by x at the second power, perhaps you can flip it, so it'll be like x to the power minus 2, and then you just apply that formula, so it will be x to the power of minus 1 divided by minus 1. So it will be 1 minus 1 divided by x, right? So basically it's multiplied with minus 1 divided by x dx, and yeah, now we got that. For the second part of integral, I would do this. So integral from 1 till 2 of a at the second power x dx. Well, yeah, I can put the a up front, so if it's just x, it's x at the second power divided by 2. Yeah, so here from 1 till 2, so solve it, and here also from 1 till 2. So essentially from 1 till 2 there is 4 times minus 1 divided by 4. Basically you can put a minus here. How much is going to be minus 4 times 1 divided by 4? Well, essentially we just simplify. So I would get minus 1 here when I put the 2. Hold up. It's not that simple, right? That's an A. So it should be like 2a times minus 1 divided by 2. Yeah. So give a minus here, minus 1 divided by 2. So if I have that, just simplified, yeah. So get minus a here when I work with a 2, and minus there minus, so essentially it's two minuses, right? Minus 2a, so that goes a plus, and I get like a here. Now this one is like this, a to the second power, so it stays like this. There it's 4 divided by 2, so it's 2a to the second power minus, if it were with a 1, it would be a to the second power, essentially, times 1 divided by 2. So that's like but a will cancel here, right? It will, or will it? Hold up. It's essentially a to the second power. So you give this, you give that. So it's a to the second power plus a larger than 8. A to the second power plus 8 larger than 8. So a to the second power is larger than 8, and a 8, so a is larger than 8. Now here have values and stuff like that. If it's square root of h, I'll have that square root of h, so 2, 4, 2, 2. So yeah, it's like 2 square root of 2, right? So a is larger than 2 square root of 2 and a is larger than 8. I got that for now. Let me see. So yeah, I'm gonna do this one later, perhaps. So for now, for today's stream is ended. Goodbye.